The NFL is about to get flipped upside down, and most fans have no idea it's coming. While everyone's distracted by the Chiefs, Bengals, and Bills, there's one team building something dangerous in the shadows. They drafted a rookie quarterback, they clawed their way to a 10-7 season, and they made the playoffs for the first time since Peyton Manning rode off into the sunset. And now, they're about to make even more noise. If you like being early, you're gonna love this video because we're planting the flag now. The Denver Broncos are the AFC's dark horse in 2025. The Broncos weren't supposed to be here. New head coach Sean Payton inherited a mess, a roster in QB limbo, a franchise stuck in mediocrity. But instead of folding, the Broncos built a foundation, and fast. They went 10-7 in one of the toughest divisions in football, and they made the playoffs for the first time since 2016. They dominated the Bucs 26-7, crushed the Raiders 34-18, and dismantled the Falcons 38-6. When they won big. And while they did struggle against top-tier competition, that only made what they accomplished even more impressive. They weren't supposed to be in the fight, but they were. And now, they've upgraded in a lot of places. It all starts with their rookie quarterback, Bo Nix. Taken 12th overall, Nix silenced every critic with a rookie season that would have earned him Rookie of the Year in most years, if not for Jaden Daniels and Brock Bowers. He threw for 3,775 yards, 29 touchdowns, and only 12 interceptions, with a QB rating of 93.3 and a completion rate of 66.3. What made him special wasn't just the numbers, it was how he got them. Poise under pressure, smart decision making, the ability to move the chains. He reminded people of Baker Mayfield's fire, Drew Brees' accuracy, and even flashes of Derek Carr's field vision. For a franchise that's tried Brock Osweiler, Trevor Siemian, Paxton Lynch, Case Keenum, Joe Flacco, Drew Lock, and Brandon Allen, Bo Nix was a breath of fresh Rocky Mountain air. And the Broncos didn't just hand him the keys, they gave him weapons. Nix is surrounded by an emerging cast of playmakers. Courtland Sutton is the veteran presence. Marvin Mims brings speed and athleticism, and Troy Franklin, a familiar face from Oregon, gives Nix a reliable deep threat with built-in chemistry. Then there's RJ Harvey, a draft steal at running back. Taken in the second round, Harvey brings explosiveness, balance, and big playability. Harvey led the Big 12 in yards per attempt with 6.8 yards per carry. He also led the Big 12 in rushing touchdowns with 22 touchdowns. Harvey ran for 1,577 yards in his final year at UCF, and if he makes the jump to the NFL like many expect, he could be one of the league's top rookie rushers. And don't forget the sneaky X-Factor signing, tight end Evan Engram. Trapped in underwhelming offenses for most of his career, Engram now joins a Sean Payton system built to maximize athletic tight ends. Just ask Jimmy Graham how that worked out in New Orleans. At 6'3" with elite quickness, Engram could become a matchup nightmare in the middle of the field. This offense might not have a flashy wide receiver one like Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase, but it's deep, balanced, and dangerous. And more importantly, they don't need to score 35 points a game to win, because the defense is elite. Let's talk about the real star of the Denver Broncos, the reigning Defensive Player of the Year, Patrick Surtain II. PS2 is him. The best coverage defender in the entire NFL last year, according to PFF. A lockdown artist, first team All-Pro, Pro Bowler, quarterbacks avoided him like the plague, and when they didn't, they paid the price for it. But Surtain isn't doing it alone. Denver's defense allowed just 22 passing touchdowns last season, 7th best in the league. They were even better against the ground, only allowing 10 rushing touchdowns, 3rd best league-wide. And here's the kicker, they could get even better. Their top 4 sack leaders and top 3 interception leaders are all returning in 2025. Nick Bonito is emerging as a legitimate force off the edge. The front 7 is young, hungry, and fast. And they just added 2 major pieces that give them real championship DNA. On March 10th, the Broncos made their biggest splash yet, signing linebacker Dre Greenlaw. Greenlaw brings a toughness, speed, and a championship mentality straight from the San Francisco 49ers. He's known as a tackling machine, the kind of player who thrives in big moments. His ability to cover tight ends and backs adds a new layer to this already suffocating defense. And he didn't come alone. That same day, the Broncos signed Talanoa Hufanga, former All-Pro safety and one of the league's best ball hawks when healthy. Yes, he missed most of 2024 with a wrist injury, but his instincts, aggression, and playmaking ability are undeniable. ESPN ranked him as the 9th best safety in football the year before. If he returns to form, this secondary becomes scary. Add in Za'Dar Barron, the Thorpe Award winner out of Texas, and you're looking at one of the best DB rooms in the league. Barron led Texas in pass breakups, he had 5 interceptions, and was the Peach Bowl defensive MVP. He projects as a slot corner, and paired with Surtain, he could be lethal in nickel packages. So how far can they go? The Broncos have the 14th easiest schedule in the NFL this year. Not a cakewalk, but manageable. More importantly, it's full of winnable games that will test them and sharpen them. Let's count realistic wins. Home games that they can take. The Chargers, Raiders, Chiefs if they split, Jaguars, Titans, Cowboys, Giants, maybe the Packers. In road wins that are within reach, they could beat the Colts, Raiders, and Jets. That gives us a projection of 9 to 11 wins. And if they split with the Chiefs and Chargers and sweep the Raiders, this team could win the AFC West. Let that sink in. In a division with Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and the Raiders, the Broncos are no longer the punching bag. They're the problem. The Denver Broncos have rebuilt the right way through the draft, smart free agency, and a head coach who knows how to win. They're deep, they're hungry, and they're coming. So when the Broncos start 4-1 and the sports media acts shocked, don't say no one warned you because you heard it here first. The Denver Broncos are the AFC's dark horse, and they might just gallop all the way to the top. Let me know in the comments, are the Broncos legit AFC contenders, or is this all just offseason hype? And if you're riding with Bo Nix, Pat Surtain, and this reloaded squad, hit that like button, sub to the channel, and check out our deep dive on the New England Patriots. Let's ride.